Good afternoon. We're back from recess. It is 3:36 p.m. We have two public hearings. One from Public Works, a public hearing to consider updates to Thurston County water and sewer utility rates and charges. And then the next is a public hearing to consider 2024 through 2025 rate increases for Lake Lawrence Management District number 22. So the first public hearing, the purpose of this public hearing is to accept and consider public comments on proposed resolutions adjusting Thurston County water and sewer utility rate and charges. This is a hybrid public hearing. Those wishing to testify have joined in person, by Zoom, emailed in comment, or mailed in comment. If you wish to testify, please visit the Thurston County homepage online and select announcements of public hearings. On the left-hand side, the information to join this public hearing remotely has been posted there. If you do not wish to testify but would like to listen and follow along, please watch the live stream through the Thurston County YouTube channel to help us manage attendance. Tim Wilson, Water Resources Manager, will provide information on this topic. Assuming those on Zoom wish to testify, I will read your name out loud. You will have 4 minutes to testify. Time may not be given to another person. When you're called on, please state your name and address for the record. This public hearing is now open, and Tim Wilson will now present background information of the proposed resolution, written comments submitted, and any additional information requested by the board. But first, let me explain to the board some procedural. The reason why this is on a more formal basis is because there is a formal action to close the public hearing after this one. So.
This is different than our typical budget hearings that are statute.
Okay, so Tim, go ahead.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Commissioners. Tim Wilson, Water Resources Manager with Public Works. Thurston County Code Section 1512 authorizes the Board of County Commissioners to set water and sewer rates and charges for the county by resolution and provides for periodic adjustments to the rates, charges, and fees for the county's water and sewer utilities. The cost of operating utilities increases every year due to escalating costs in repairs, supplies, power, staffing, benefits, and all elements of running the systems, including investment in needed infrastructure. Further, since 2020, the county has been on a path to consider the benefits of consolidating the funds and rate structures of the multiple water and sewer utilities managed by the county. On August 15th, 2023, the board took action and passed resolution number 16294, which effectively consolidated the funds and outlined a consolidated rate structure for the combined utilities. A briefing was held with the board on June 22nd, 2023, in which proposed 2024-2025 water and sewer rates as developed by the FCS Group Incorporated in support of a consolidated utility model were introduced. Both the Boston Harbor and Tamashan Utility Advisory Committees have been briefed on the recommended adjustments and previously provided comments in support of consolidation and the consolidated rate structure. Additionally, a communication and outreach plan was implemented that included a web page and utility bill inserts. Notice of the public hearing was advertised in the Olympian on November 9th and November 16th. As of this morning, Public Works has received no comments related to the proposed rate adjustments. I would just add that adjustments to the rates, charges, and fees for the county's water and sewer utilities are in alignment with the county's strategic plan, Initiative 8, to support robust and well-maintained infrastructure systems for a thriving community, and Initiative 14 to strengthen sound financial management practices. And with that background, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Questions from commissioners?
No questions from me at this time.
Okay, thank you. So we'll go ahead and open it up to public testimony, and I have one person signed up, and it's John Dorman, and you have 4 minutes, sir.
I can keep it under 4 minutes. Good afternoon, my name is John Dorman. I live at 2317 Dublin Drive Northwest in the Tamashan neighborhood. I've been a member of the Tamashan Utilities Advisory Committee for a number of years and have followed the consolidation process, and the rates being proposed here are consistent with everything we've seen during that process, and I support their adoption.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. Okay, we'll move it into discussion. Are there any questions, comments from commissioners?
No questions from me, thank you.
Okay.
Do we have to, the action that we will take is part of our budget? Is that why it's on this lineup? So we don't need to take any action at this point?
Right, no action on the rate until the 15th when you adopt the budget.
Okay, I would move to close the public hearing.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those against? Abstentions? Okay, passes. Thank you, Mr. Dorman, for. Okay, that will move on to our second public hearing. And this is a public hearing on the proposed 2024 through 2025 rate increases for Lawrence Lake Management District Number 22. The purpose of this public hearing is to accept and consider public comment on the proposed ordinance adjusting 2024 through 2025 rates for Lake Lawrence Management District Number 22. This is a hybrid public hearing. Those wishing to testify have joined in person by Zoom, emailed in comment, or mailed in comment. If you wish to testify, please visit the Thurston County homepage online and select announcements of public hearings on the left-hand side. The information to join this public hearing remotely has been posted there. If you do not wish to testify but would like to listen and follow along, please watch the live stream through the Thurston County YouTube channel to help us manage attendance. Tim Wilson, Water Resources Manager, will provide information on this topic. Assuming those on Zoom wish to testify, I will read your name out loud. You will have 4 minutes to testify. Time may not be given to another person. When you're called on, please state your name and address for the record. The public hearing is now open. Tim Wilson will now present background information of the proposed ordinance, written comments submitted, and any additional information requested by the board.
Thank you, Commissioners. Per the resolution of formation for the Lake Lawrence Management District Number 22, annual increases of up to 5% annually are considered to keep pace with inflationary factors and to address lake management initiatives. The recommended rate increases for 2024-2025 follow active engagement with the ratepayers of the district as conducted by the steering committee. The Lake Lawrence Steering Committee is recommending and staff is supporting a 3% annual rate increase for both 2024 and for 2025. As of this morning, we've received no written comments on this proposal. And I would add adjustments to rates and charges for the county's lake management districts is in alignment with the county's strategic plan initiative 9 to support environmental health and climate stabilization. And with that, I would answer any questions the board may have.
Thank you. Any questions from the board? No. Okay, we'll go ahead and move to public comment. We have a person signed up, Barry Halverson. You have 4 minutes, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Chair, Commissioners. My name is Barry Halverson. I'm representing the Lake Lawrence Lake Management District. And I would just like to echo what Tim said. The Lake Lawrence Lake Management District sends out voter sheets for our rate increases every biennial. We had 52 responses. 75% of the people requested a 3% increase. Some requested a 5% increase, and a few requested a 1% increase. But by and large, the 3% increase was what was requested, and that was what the steering committee voted to approve. That's why you have that before you today, to sign that ordinance to increase our assessments. Now, how many times do you have citizens come before you and request an increase of their taxes or their assessments? Just to give you a little bit of a background on this, the Lake Lawrence Lake Management District and the Long Lake Lake Management Districts have existed for 37 years. Out of that 37 years, we can only identify 2 years out of that 37 where the citizens have not requested an increase. 1 year they requested a decrease, and another year they requested that no increase be made. So out of 37 years, your citizens out there taking care of the lakes, doing the lake stewardship, have continually requested that their taxes, their assessments be increased so that they can better steward the lake, better take care of the water quality of that lake for all the citizens of this county and the state. And I remind you of that only because sometimes the lake management districts come before you and request things of you. And we would like you to keep that in mind when we do so. One of those things before you right now is to endorse a bill that we've got before the state legislature. As a little bit of background of that, we went back and found one of the original co-sponsors and sponsors of that bill, Senator Karen Frazier, who we provided a copy of our bill change, who reviewed that bill and said that these are not only necessary changes, but they should have been implemented a long time ago. So what we want you to do is we would like you to endorse that. We would like you to pursue that as best as possible. We've provided you a letter for endorsement. You can change it however you would like. You can do it individually or as a board. But we would really like your support for that bill. They're absolutely relevant, they're necessary, and they would provide better support for lake management districts across the state. With that, I really would like to thank you, thank Public Works and Tim Wilson for all the work that has been going on with the lakes and the lake management districts, and this recent ordinance that we hope you would approve when the budget is recommended on the 15th of December. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll move on to, is there anyone else who'd like to provide public comment? Okay, we'll move on to discussion. Any discussion from the board?
I just want to say that the Lakes are lucky to have Barry Halverson. But
Okay, with that, are you ready to move it to the public
I'll
hearing?
move to close public hearing.
Second.
We moved and seconded. Any discussion? I'll call for, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, those against, nay. Okay. Public hearing is now closed. Thank you, Mr. Halverson. Okay, it is 3:48. Our next public hearing is set to start at 4 p.m. So we'll be in recess until that time. Thank you.